Hello and welcome to Video Revealed. I'm Colin Smith. I want to show you how you can easily preview takes in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you're a professional and you're used to the source monitor, you're probably already doing something like this. But if you typically drag and drop from the project panel right into the timeline and then delete what you dragged in because it doesn't look like what you wanted, you might want to use the source monitor. And I'm going to show you how to preview everything in the source monitor and how to set up previous and next keyboard shortcuts so you can jump through this. Because the idea is, if you have the source monitor, a clip in the source monitor, it's an easy way to see how it looks compared to what you already have in your program monitor. To do that, I'm going to change the default workspace, which is Essentials, which is only ever showing you one thing at a time, either the program monitor or the source monitor, and go to the editing workspace so we can have both of them up. Let's have a look. So in my workspaces, I'll choose Editing. And here we have the source monitor, which doesn't have anything loaded in it right now, and the program monitor. Of course, if I'm playing in the program monitor, I'll see the changes in here. And I'm going to be putting in a clip right about here. Over on the left, in the project panel, of course, you've got all of your clips, and I've got all of the car clips here. And if I double click on any one of these, typically they load in the source monitor. But did you know you can also drag the whole folder? So in the little flyout menu, I'll pop this out. I'm going to close everything and drag the folder up in here. Now when I go back to the pop out, you can see all of the car shots are here and I can jump between them. I can close that one, or I can close all of them. Now what you can't do is, once you have this loaded, you can't take another folder and load it in. You see that little hand icon come up saying you can't do that. You can double click on another clip and load it in. And then all of those clips are loaded in the source monitor. I'm going to close all of those. So here's the idea. Let's say I want to check out everything in this folder as a potential clip at this point in the project panel. Now, like I said before, you could be double clicking on these to load them into the source monitor, or dragging them over here, or looking at them as icons and dragging them in. But here you have to mouse over each one, and the preview is tiny. It's not really the best way to show what the whole clip is going to look like. It's much easier to see this clip. You can also, once you have something loaded and the blue line is around here, that means that this is selected. You hit the space bar, it plays, left and right arrow, frame by frame, L forward, J backwards, JKL keys, just like you would normally do. And then of course, you've got the ability to insert the clip, which will move everything down, or overwrite it. None of that is new. But I'm trying to drag in the new users to keyboard shortcuts and working all with your fingers. Professionals, doesn't matter if you're using Avid or Final Cut or Premiere Pro, they're very used to using their keyboard shortcuts and fingers instead of the mouse, and it can get really powerful. You can jump between the program panel or the timeline and the source monitor panel with Shift 2 and Shift 3, jumps between the two, in case you wanted to play something in the timeline and then preview the take in the source monitor. So that one is already set up, but I want to set up go to the next one. So that's the equivalent of you moving the mouse into here and clicking in the next one. And that's not set up by default. So in the Edit menu on Windows, the Premiere Pro menu on Mac, keyboard shortcuts, and I'll search for source clip. And you can see all of them are there that are in the flyout menu. Source clip, close, close all, first, last, next, and previous. And I'm going to choose some keyboard shortcuts to move between these two. And I'm going to use F1 and F2. They're already used, but I don't care. I want to use these. So now I'm going to go next and previous, back and forth, click OK. And now when I go up to my controls, go up to this, and you can see F2, 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 F1. So next and previous, next and previous. And when I hit the space bar, it's going to play. And I can see how that works within the timeline. Now I'm using the up and down arrows. I'm still in the source monitor to jump from the beginning of the clip to the end of the clip. Spacebar to play. I can use my JKL keys. And maybe I want to go try to find some kind of match cut with looking ahead with the sunglasses. So I hit my I for in point, O for out point. Shift I and O take you to those in and out points so you can preview that. Now I can use my insert or overwrite keys. I'll use the overwrite, and you don't have to have the timeline selected. Now I'm going to hit Shift 3 so I go to the timeline, and I'm going to preview that cut. Boom. So if you're not used to keyboard shortcuts, it might take a moment to figure all of these out. Like some of these, like I said, are automatically there, like the selection of the panels instead of using the mouse. And it can just really speed up your workflow. And maybe you're a full mouse-driven person, but for 1 second, you want to just have a quick look at everything that's loaded in the source monitor. Boop, 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 set up whatever keyboard shortcut, cycle through them. You're looking at how they look in respect to your timeline. I think this can be really useful. Hey, if you're new to Video Revealed and you found this informative, take a moment and subscribe. You want to support us some more, you can do that at videorevealed.com/shop. Donate once or monthly, like our wonderful donors out there who've supported us. There's lots of free stuff that you can download and take advantage of videorevealed.com. Till next time, I'm Colin Smith, and it's my job to look at features that are already there in Premiere Pro and wave a flag in front of the new users and say, how about trying some professional features like auditioning takes in the source monitor?